Hi, welcome to Chapter 3, Part 2 of Class 6th History NCERT textbook. Now we are going to see from where did Hadappans got their raw materials to produce finished goods. A raw material is any substance either found naturally or produced by a farmer or herder, which in turn can be used to produce a finished good. For example, wood, milk, wheat, cotton, metal ores, etc. are all raw materials. Some of them were available locally, whereas others had to be brought from distant places. For example, they got copper from Rajasthan and Oman in West Asia, tin from Afghanistan and Iran, gold from Karnataka, and precious stones from Gujarat, Afghanistan, and Iran. But have you ever thought how they would have carried these raw materials from so far? Probably they would have used bullock carts because the invention of wheel had already been done by the time. Have a look. This is the picture of a seal made by them. You can see the carvings of birds and animals on it. Now let's talk about how people in the cities got their food. See, not everyone lived in the cities. Many people lived in villages too, and they usually came to cities to sell their crops and animal products to the people living there. Some of the common crops were wheat, barley, rice, mustard, etc. We have found toy plow from those times, just like we found toy bullock cart. That means they had the knowledge of using plow to plant seeds, but unfortunately, except toy plow, none of the real plow have survived. Maybe because they were made up of wood. They may have used some form of irrigation too, because we know that this region does not receive adequate amount of rainfall. So water may have been stored first and then supplied to the fields. Animals reared by them were mostly cattle, sheep, goat, etc., whom they took to far off places for grazing in summers, because there would be higher temperature in summers, leading to scarce rainfall and less growth of grasses in their region. Now we will do a case study of two Hadappan towns in Gujarat, that is Dholavira and Lothal. Dholavira is located on Khadir Bed in the run of Kutch. Khadir Bed is a small isolated island in the salt plains of run of Kutch. The word run in itself means a low-lying salty marsh or a salty plain, and Kutch is the name of a district in Gujarat in which this salt plain lies. That means run of Kutch is a salty marsh or a salty low-lying wetland located in the Kutch district of Gujarat. As Dholavira had a desert climate, people had built excellent system of water reservoir and channels for water conservation, and due to this they had supply of fresh rain water, which in turn led to increase in soil fertility. This city was divided into 3 parts, unlike other Hadappan cities, which mostly had 2 parts, that is Citadel and Lower Town. We found large open area in this city where public ceremony used to be held. Till now, we read and found the Hadappan writings on small objects like seals. But in Dholavira, we found large carvings of Hadappan script in white stone laid inside the wood, which makes it stand out amongst the small-sized Hadappan writings found in other cities. Now talking about the Hadappan city Lothal. It is located beside a tributary of river Sabarmati. River Sabarmati originates in Udaipur district of Rajasthan, travels in southwest direction and drains into the Gulf of Khambat in the Arabian Sea, passing through Gujarat. This is the picture of drainage basin of river Sabarmati. Now have a look at this one. It is a dockyard in Lothal, where ships used to come from the sea to load and unload the goods. Raw materials like semi-precious stones were also easily available nearby. That means there would surely be warehouses and workshops too to make beautiful beads out of these precious stones and store them for the export. As the import and export was good, there were seals and sealings found here as well. A sealing is an impression of a seal on a clay to prove the authenticity of the goods. What is a seal? A seal is basically a piece of carved stone used to stamp the bag containing goods sent from one place to another. When the bag is closed, a wet clay is applied and stamped with the seal. When it is delivered, if the sealing, that is imprint of the seal, is intact, that means bag has arrived safely and is authentic. Now coming to the last topic of this chapter, that is the mystery of the end of Harappan civilization. We find that Harappan civilization came to its end around 1900 BC. Garbage piled up on the streets, drainage system broke down, imports of raw materials stopped, quality of new houses being built degraded, trade reduced drastically, etc. etc. The reasons given for such a happening are as follows. First, rivers dried up. Second, aggressive deforestation. Third, overgrazing by cattle leading to reduction in green cover. Fourth, floods destroyed everything. But none of these reasons explain how can all the cities of Harappan civilization end at the same time due to any of the reasons mentioned above. For example, if there was a flood condition, then people in one or two cities could be affected, but the other cities would have remained safe. So the end of Harappan civilization is a mystery till now. As a result, people moved in the south and east, abandoning all the Harappan sites in present-day Pakistan. New cities appeared around 500 BC, that is nearly 1400 years after Harappan civilization ended. With this, we have come to the end of chapter 3. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, Jai Hind.